Ugh. This is going back. Yeah. I'm setting up for my reading that I have to do again. Okay, relax word, because I threw that away. I know I threw that away. Your Majesty. Everybody bow down. I gotta throw this away. I was eating it last night. I swear I threw it away. I threw the wrapper away. How did this get here? Hold on. I threw the shit away. I'm nasty, but I'm not that nasty. All right. Love and use like food to my soul. Okay. Oh man. Is the bed blown up again? It's blown up again. Yes. My royal court. I need pins. Bobby pins. Hello all. Listen. Burger King, if you're listening, I need you to definitely give me those barbecue burgers, one free every day for the rest of my life. I haven't. Oh, God. Hold on, I gotta plug you guys in again. I'm plugging you in with my very professional studio. Oh no, my crown hit the floor. Well, that one's. I'm here. Hold on. Okay. Where's. Okay. Why does it do that? That's super strange. Okay. So yeah, we're going to repeat a few pages. So you'll really get to know the book. I'm very professional and I, delete the video, the footage. So maybe I have this one on too. I have a lot of, you guys, I'm cold-blooded. I'm cold-blooded. Hold on. Don't pull my wig off, please. Don't pull my wig off. Not right. Not now. There. Okay. Hold on. We're starting the royal court. I can't even keep a straight face. Okay. Hold on. How does food get under your screen when you have a phone case on? Yeah, it's pretty gross. I think there's a pickle. Look, that's a pickle from earlier. Hi, guys. Welcome to the shit show. Also known as Lissa Shops, reads, talks a lot, walks not enough, blabbers she doesn't know how to shut up. Yeah, and eats a lot of cheeseburgers. And they're so damn good. I really need a sponsorship, Burger King, please. Like, I would love for you to be my first. Okay. So, hi, Dennis. Hi, Kitso. Hi, Johnny. Thank you. Roger, thank you. Awesome. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you too. That means a lot, you guys. I'm building my tribe, and you guys are the first to it. The Burger King Court, Royal Court. What do I shop for? Surfboard. Everything that's budget. Not necessarily in my budget, but like I do a lot of Dollar Tree hauls. I'm trying to find Dollar Generals in the area that are good. Still haven't found one. Like Victoria's Secrets sale hauls, Bath and Body Works sale hauls, soon to be perfume connoisseur. I got to learn from Polly. There's a lot to learn. Macy's, right? Target. I'm a hoarder of all things scents that have good smells. I hoard them. I have a problem. Hi, I'm Lissa Shops, and I have a hoarding problem. So yeah, a little bit of everything, and I like to read dirty romance novels. But that they have to have a plot. So that's what I'm. Sorry, my sinuses are bad. I don't snort on the regular. It's like sinus drainage in my throat, and it's really gross. But what I've been doing. Why is my mom calling? I'm gonna decline it, and if it's important, she'll text me. Thank you, Rick. Sears, if they were a Sears anymore. Turtle. Make sure you guys thumbs up, please. Double tap the video. So what I'm going to do now is read the raunchy. Thank you, Jimmy. Try on all. You'll be definitely one of my main members for as much as you've donated. You're getting a free membership, Jimmy. But soon to be, memberships will have perks. Like you'll get members only chats, so you get like more one-on-one time. They won't be set up till after Saturday. Like try on hauls will be, certain ones will be members only. The reason I say that is AdSense are very particular on what you post publicly. You know what I'm saying? So those are going to be probably the Victoria's Secrets hauls will be membership only. I'm thinking. I'm not 100% sure on that. I have to do a little bit more investigating. And that's not what I'm saying, Rick. Like my membership programs are going to be like $4.99 a month, like the cost, less than a cost of a cheeseburger at Burger King per month. And you get extra footage. And you also get to watch back the lives from Friday night. I mean, just saying. Just saying, it's a lot of fun. Well, who cares? As long as they pay. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, my mom had to put her dog down. Well, I'll call her later. I can't right now with that. So we're going to read some raunchy romance. And yes, I have to reread the past wherever I left off. So I left off last time on, hold on. Where did I leave off? And tomorrow night, make sure you guys are here for my, it'll be 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for my sleepover live with Lissa Shops. We're going to do face mask. And you guys need to go to Dollar Tree tonight or in the morning. Get yourself a face mask. Get like the green tea ones. Men need face masks too. Not just women. And it's not a feminine thing. There's nothing wrong with it. So we're going to do face mask. We're going to do like a wind down, some stretching. I don't know. I'll look up a YouTube breathing exercises. I'm serious like about this. You guys, I can't be. I'm trying to be serious, but we'll read and look out for the poll in the community feed. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to give you guys some choices of books to read that'll help you go to sleep. Okay? Thank you, Leap. Definitely thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up when you come in to the room, thumbs up. Like I should have 28 thumbs up right now. So we left off, hold on, I gotta go look on the other videos. Welcome to all the new subs. Thank you for joining the tribe. It's pretty fantastic, honestly. We have a very, very good community on here. Some people you won't see in the lives. But always check my community feed too. There's always like updates on there. Please definitely do that. Hold on. Where did I leave off? On page what? 167. Powerless by yeah. So 167. Oh yeah, this was a good one. I think my mom loves her dog more. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. But we'll talk about that later. Maybe. There we are. Gotta put you guys down here. Okay. Camera. Please work this time. Mary flipping. Hey, can you guys quit yelling? I'm trying to film. Hi, Texas. You don't mess with Tex and you don't mess with Burger Queen. Why? That's sexist that they only have King. Just saying. Okay. Okay, I gotta put this down because it's annoying to watch someone chew gum when they read. Even though I did that last week. This wig really itches today. Okay, so this is a reread because this ditz right here on accident deleted the wrong video the other day. So okay, so we're gonna start on, hold on, I gotta film this. Hi guys, welcome back. We are here to continue Powerless by L.C. Silver, book 3 in the Chestnut Springs romance series. Only the best romance series in the world. Hey L.C. Silver, hey. Yeah, I'm on the Burger King court today because I've had burgers for the last 2 days and I deserve a spot in that seat. But anyways, hey Burger King, hey, sponsorship. We left off on chapter 16, page 167. Harvey, you kids got somewhere safe to spend the night? Jasper, yeah, hotel in Rose Hill. Harvey, 2 rooms or 1? Smiley face. Jasper, don't be weird. 1 room, 2 beds. Harvey, I'm not weird. You're the one with the crush on your cousin. Jasper, she's not my cousin. Harvey, ha, but you didn't deny the crush. Sloane is drunk, hilariously hammered, totally unfiltered, and leaning on me way harder than I ever imagined someone her size could. Her soft giggles accompanied the low hum of the yellowish neon lights above us in the hotel hallway, and she keeps stepping on my feet. You're a ballerina. Aren't you supposed to be graceful? She ignores me, tilting her head up in my direction. Have you noticed that you have a zit right? She pokes a spot right near my hairline that curves around my temple. I snort. No, Sloane. I haven't been concerned with my skin of late. It's annoying. I bet you wash your face with shampoo, never moisturize, and only put sunscreen on when you're on vacation. And you still look like that. Her hand waves over the length of my body. I reach into my pocket and pull out our room key, giving it a quick swipe before pressing into the room. I wash my face with body wash. She groans and tosses her head back dramatically, staring at the ceiling. You can't do that. Why? My face is part of my body. It doesn't have the right stuff in it. She sways as she pulls out her shoes, and I stifle a laugh. Even if it smells heavenly, like mint and whatever else. Mint and eucalyptus. Same body wash I've used for years. What stuff does my face need? A shoe flies past us and hits the wall. Whoa! Her eyes widen and she giggles again. I count my blessings that she's a happy drunk. I don't think I could handle her being sad right now. Vitamin C, peptides, exfoliating acids. You're not getting any younger. You should consider a retinol, but then you need to put sunscreen on every day. Oh my God! The next shoe follows suit, and she swaggers into the bathroom. I have the best idea. Sonny, I'm not sure this is the moment where you'll come up with your best ideas. You calling me drunk, Gervais? She hollers from the small room. I hear shuffling in there as I peel off my shoes and straighten hers by the door. Never. You're perfectly sober, but I'm going to grab you a bottle of water and you're going to drink it, all right? Are there any of those small bottles of Grand Marnier or whatever? Hotels are always stocked with alcohol that nobody drinks. I mean, who drinks Grand Marnier? I huff out a quiet laugh and pad over to the fridge. There are 2 bottles of water. I don't think this is a Grand Marnier type of hotel. She pops out of the bathroom doorway as soon as I straighten with 1 plastic bottle in each hand. But she has some bottles of her own that she's holding out. Facials, she squeals. What? I blink once, staring at her soft blonde hair and happy eyes. She holds up a purple squeeze bottle and a green glass tub of something and shakes them at me like I'm stupid. I'll drink your water if you give me a facial. Gotta say, the first place my head goes is not to beauty products. Don't worry, I'll give you one too. The image of Sloane straddling my face, my hands on her ass while she stares down into my eyes, flashes into my mind. It's not the first time. Usually I push the thought away, but tonight I'm feeling just loose enough to let it linger, to watch her move, to think about the sound she might make. Buck up, Gervais. She hops onto the bed, drops the skincare products on the mattress, and gestures me toward her, fingers folding down onto her palm. Seriously not helping. All the blood in my body rushes south, and I cover by tossing her a bottled water. Drink this first, I say as it flies, but her reflexes are slow tonight, and the bottle hits her in the face, square in the nose. The guys and I toss each other water bottles on the bench all the time. It's second nature. She flinches hard, and I gasp as I take long strides over to the bed to check on her. Her hands are clasped over her face, and her fingers move to check herself over. I feel awful. I feel sick. The thought of anyone hurting Sloane, even me, has fire coursing through my veins. When I reach for her shoulder, she peers up at me and she bursts out laughing. Jess, you just threw that at my face, you awkward motherfucker. I didn't. I'm shaking my head in denial. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? She laughs harder. I'm fine, totally fine. Her words wheeze out around her laughter. My palms squeeze her shoulders in time, which draws her attention up to my face. Sonny, you are crazed right now. You need to drink some water. Her lips roll inward as she fights to hold it together. Okay, she nods and opens a water bottle beside her. She lifts it almost to her lips and stops, looks away, and bursts out laughing again. I can't believe you smoked me in the face like that. I scrub up my stubble, trying not to laugh, but it's infectious. I didn't mean to. I know, but it's still funny. I cross my arms now, trying to convey how serious I am to her. It's not funny. That's only because you didn't see your face. She contorts her features into a very exaggerated expression of horrified shock, and then belly laughs some more. I groan and toss my hat down on the desk. Bet you used to get kicked out of class for getting the giggles. Her index finger flips out from around the plastic bottle and points at me while she takes a deep swig of water. Facts. I can't help but chuckle. I can totally see it. The bed sags a little when I sit down on the edge, not too close to Sloane. She continues to sip her water as the laughter subsides, and I pick up the two products she brought out of the bathroom. Okay, fine. I'll give you a facial. This time, when she laughs, water sprays out toward the front of the room. Good God! I flop back down on the bed and toss an arm over my face, feeling my body vibrate as I laugh with her. She always had this effect on me. Her sunshiny persona is infectious. Sometimes I fight it, and right now, for the life of me, I can't figure out why. She claps one hand over her mouth, and from behind it says, I'm sorry, you can't trust me right now. Okay, more water. Then you can put whatever fancy voodoo skin shit this is on me. Way to avoid saying facial. She's sitting on her knees now, looking down on me while she carefully sips her water. Please don't spit water on my face, is my reply as I stare back up at her, our eyes latching on to one another and not letting go. Without the brim of my hat, I feel exposed, laid bare, but for her, I'm not sure I mind so much. People looking too closely makes me nervous, makes my skin itch. But with Sloane's eyes on me, all I feel is warmth. When the silent eye contact seems like it's gone on for too long, I lift the purple tube and read the instructions while she polishes off the entire bottle of water. Once it's empty, she tosses it over her shoulder. With a smirk, she reaches for the tube and flips the cap open, squeezing white clay onto the tips of her fingers. It says you're supposed to wash your face with warm water first. Sloane rolls her eyes at me. Rich, coming from the guy who cleanses his face with body wash. Don't do that. And then she's slathering it onto my forehead, down my nose, up my cheekbones. Her eyes take on this slightly faraway look as her gentle fingers glide over the skin of my face. Her brow furrows in concentration and her glacier irises move around every corner of my face as she meticulously spreads the clay. She catches me staring at her and I drop her gaze, closing my eyes like that might help. Except behind the privacy of my own lids, her touch sends electricity sparking across my skin. and the darkness transforms into the image of her bent over that pool table in front of me. I can still feel her slender body beneath mine, still feel the way my dick twitched before I had to force myself not to grind against her. Because friends don't grind their cocks on their friends, perfect asses. It's just not done. Despite that friend rule, I feel the familiar swelling sensation all the same, and it has me lurching up and away from her touch. Okay, that's good, I grumble, the thick clay substance tingling and tugging on my face. Your turn. She nods, looking a little wide-eyed now. I'm not sure what went on in her head while she rubbed that into my face, but there's immediate tension between us now. The playful notes are gone, like in the lake, like over that fucking pool table. I take the tube and squeeze a dollop of the clay onto my fingertips. As I reach toward her face, I stare at her mouth rather than her eyes, thinking that will be less distracting. I'm wrong. Everything about Sloan Winthrop is fucking distracting, and I've been trying really damn hard for a really long time not to notice. When I brush my fingers over her cheekbone, she sucks in a sharp breath. Both our gazes move to my hand, the one that shakes up subtly under the scrutiny. I just swallow and forge ahead, forcing myself to stare at my fingers and where I'm spreading the clay, rather than her baby blues. I have to be careful with her. I don't want to get it in her hair or her eyes. I'd like my low point for the night to remain hitting her in the face with a water bottle. When I smudge the material over her jaw and swipe it over her chin, the tips of my fingers slide over her bottom lip. I watch it happen in slow motion, chalky white over plush pink. My fingers, her lip, the way it flattens and presses to the side with the lightest pressure. Everything about her is so soft and malleable. She gasped again, her mouth popping open, and this time, my eyes snapped to hers. They're wide and glowing, all the shades of blue, a kaleidoscope of colors, a prairie sky, a robin's egg, a glacier lake. Streaks of something darker making all those pale colors pop. In that fucking gasp is a shot of lightning to my groin. You know what? Her lashes fall down like a curtain and she pulls away, unfolding herself from the bed. I'll just finish this myself. Won't make you do it. Before I can say anything, she's in the bathroom and the sink is running. By the time I get there, she's scrubbing at her face and avoiding making eye contact with me. She eventually gives me a flat smile, while casting a furtive glance my way through the mirror, eyes lingering on my face that's covered in what looks like drying white paint. It clings to my stubble and is cracking in spots. It reminds me of myself in a way, a fragile shell. One little crack and the entire thing is liable to burst open. You okay? Yep, she says a little too brightly while drying her face. Just realizing I should go to bed if I don't want to feel like total shit tomorrow. When she leaves, I let out a heavy breath and drop my palms onto the counter before me. I'm not sure what's going on with us today, but we're both going to feel like total shit tomorrow, regardless of alcohol intake, because Sloan is going to be hungover, and I'm going to be tired from staying up all night, fighting off thoughts about all the filthy things I want to do to her and those soft, puffy lips. Chapter 17, Sloan. Sloan, send help. Summer, help with what? Are you guys okay? Sloan, I'm so hungover, I want to die. Willa, nice. Shame spiral. Did you bang him? Sloan, no, we gave each other facials and passed out awkwardly. Willa, high five. I love it when Cade gives me a facial. Summer, good God. Sloan, that is not what I meant. I really nailed it when I said I was going to feel like total shit in the morning. It's like I had a premonition or something. Because my head is pounding, there's a heavy weight that reminds me an awful lot of shame pressing down on my chest, and the silence in the truck is fucking deafening. Jasper and I exchanged good mornings. He asked how my nose was, and I rolled my eyes at him. He's acting like he hit me with a fastball, not lobbed a flimsy bottle of water at me that sort of rolled down my face. Because yes, I remember everything about last night in excruciatingly clear detail. I was just drunk enough to not give a fuck about anything, but not drunk enough to forget it. Most times, I would say getting hammered and not blacking out was a win. But I'd be happy if I blacked out last night. It would have prevented me from running that tape in my head on repeat. The sky above us is dark gray and snow falls in big fat flakes, landing in loud wet slaps against the windshield. The windshield, where we both keep our gazes fixed. because shit is awkward this morning. And it's probably because I went all green eyed on fans of his and then dragged him back to our hotel room where I asked if he'd sign my melons and give me a facial. What can I say? We all have our breaking points, and it would seem I've hit mine. I glanced over at the speedometer, and we're going a good chunk below the speed limit. You live near the mountains long enough, and you know what heavy snowfall looks like before it hits. And this is that. I know it, and Jasper knows it. And I know Jasper well enough to know that inside his head right now, he's agonizing over our safety. That's his default mode. You must think I'm an idiot, is how I open our conversation. His head flips my way so sharply that I wonder if it hurt his neck. His face softens when his eyes land on me, and my heart skips a beat. Within seconds, that chiseled face turns back to the road, knuckles white on the steering wheel. I absolutely do not think you're an idiot. My life is in shambles, and I'm ignoring it by choice, and I was definitely an idiot last night, I joke, turning to stare out the passenger window at the rocks and trees crowding the mountain pass so tightly. It feels like I can open my window and touch that dark, craggy stone. Icicles cling to the sharp edges from the hard frost that hit overnight. No, you deserved to let loose. You were funny. I needed it. I had fun. We had fun. I let his words bounce around in my head. We had fun. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. How could you have embarrassed me? He sounds genuinely confused. With those girls, I was a major cock blocker. He chuckles quietly now, and I appreciate the blocking. You're just saying that. Let's not pretend you don't enjoy female company. He shocks me when he responds bluntly. I like sex. The rest is too much. I try to swallow and end up choking on my saliva like the winner I am right now. He's always so damn quiet. I didn't expect the word sex to crest his lips so effortlessly, let alone the part about him liking it. I recover with, I've seen you out with women at those fancy awards and stuff, so nice try. He shrugs and his thick biceps rise and fall with the motion. Looks can be deceiving. Sometimes it's just a friend of a friend. Usually it's someone I only see now and then, who gets what I want and doesn't ask for more. Like a fuck buddy? I almost want to say friends with benefits, but somehow the thought of him actually being friends with some other woman is worse. Sex is sex. Friendship, though? With Jasper, friendship is love. He clears his throat. Basically, that's such a fucking Jasper thing to say. Elusive and secretive. Whatever that means. I roll my eyes and stare back out at the mountains. I don't know how to handle this newfound tension between us. Before, it was just me in my head. Now his eyes linger a little too long, and so does his touch. Fingers twined with mine, hand on the small of my back. It means meeting someone who actually likes me for who I am and not what I am. Feels downright impossible at this point in my career. It means I can spend surface level time with people, but it always comes back to what I do for work, or how much money I make, or how famous I am. It means I can never just meet a person without that notoriety hovering over me, and that means I question everything and everyone. My tongue swipes over my bottom lip, and my chest tightens as I unravel everything he just admitted. Even my mom pops up when I'm in the news or she sees me on TV. Jasper never talks about his parents. She does? My voice is small and I regard him carefully, always, just to say hi. He scoffs and one corner of his lip tips up, but it's not in amusement. It's more of a wry twist, a cover for a deep hurt. No, Sonny, for money. I'm sorry, do you know where she is? It's not enough. It's not nearly enough. But I don't know what else to say to him. I'm out of my depth with his accident and everything that came in its wake. It strikes me as unfair that so many terrible things can happen to one person, that one human can defy the odds so thoroughly that the universe couldn't have sprinkled a little of Jasper's pain over more people to make his burden just a little bit lighter. His sister, his mom, his dad, now Beau. It's cruel and it makes my heart ache for him. It always has. Those sad fucking eyes, which I drowned in that first summer day, a dark blue abyss. Sometimes I feel like I sank to the bottom of that deep ocean and just took up residence. I got lost in Jasper's eyes and never left. She comes and goes. You know how she is. In the wake of Jenny's death, she started self-medicating. And within a year, she was another person living another life. One that took her from flop house to flop house, from prison to rehab, to I don't even know anymore. He pauses, and all I can think is she became a person who broke her son more thoroughly than he already was. It's my fault. His words strike a heavy blow. I've lived such a petty and privileged life, one tied up with a shiny satin bow. I've never even been hit, never lost a family member, never experienced physical pain that wasn't my doing. Sure, my parents have their quirks, but they've never set out to hurt me or cared so little about me they would do something that might cause me pain. But I imagine this is how it feels. It is not your fault. It is, and I send her the money to atone for that. A quiet groaning sound aches in my throat. Nausea rolls in my stomach, and I can't be sure if it's a hangover or the topic of conversation. You have nothing to atone for. I don't know, I snap at him, clapping my hands firmly to cut him off. Nothing, nothing at all. I've told you before, and I'll keep telling you until the day I die. You were a child, she was a child, and it was an accident. His breathing sounds heavy, almost labored, as we both stare out the front window. I still remember the night I told you what happened. I remember you crying, which was even worse than saying it all out loud. Watching you cry, so young and naive. I did. I sobbed. I broke for him, wanting to take some of his pain and make it my own. If the universe wouldn't help him share the burden, I decided that I would do it myself. That night, with only the moon as his witness, a devastated boy divulged his deepest, darkest secrets to the most inconsequential person he could find. A girl who never looked at him with pity, only adoration. And he shredded his heart for her, left all the jagged, torn pieces at her feet. And I became the keeper of those pieces. I didn't balk at the rawness of the moment. I don't think I even really understood it, but I picked up every little scrap and stowed them all away in my heart for safekeeping. With time, I made sense of his story. I mulled it over. I became a part of it, inserted myself somehow. And those pieces became seeds. Seeds that I watered and tended and kept safe for him. But seeds grow, and now the roots of him in that night are wrapped so tightly around my heart that I'll never be able to extricate myself from Jasper Gervais. There isn't a soul in the world who can remove those roots in the stranglehold they have on me. I learned with my parents that no matter how fiercely I love someone, it isn't enough to make them stay. But you, I told you every dirty little detail, and you could have hated me, but you stayed. You danced. I could never hate you, Jess. Tears prick at my eyes. I did the only thing I knew how to do. Under the light of the moon, in a field of lush green grass, I got up and let the movements flow through my body. The classical tune played in my head. The only real music was the hush of a suffocatingly warm summer night on the prairies. And the only person in the audience was a beautiful boy with haunted eyes who watched my every move and told me it was beautiful when I finished. Then he left, and I could only hope that he'd sleep, that he felt a little lighter. He might have been an abandoned teenager, and I might have been some naive little kid, but that night we were just two souls with one secret. And after that, unlikely friends. I'm surprised you didn't laugh when I told you, he chuckles darkly. I turn and punch his arm, feeling a little irritated with him for still being so goddamn hard on himself. Shut up! What are you going to do about it? Probably throw a water bottle at your face. A relieved laugh escapes him, and I watch his hands twist on the steering wheel, eyes still fixed on the road. I didn't throw it at your face. Not my fault your hand-eye coordination is trash. Tell my nose that. I rub it dramatically, even though it doesn't hurt at all. The huge new bump on it suits you. Add some character to that otherwise perfect face. He's trying to divert back into playful, friendly banter. The kind we do so well. The type that cropped up between us once everything was out on the table. After that night, I never hesitated to tell Jasper anything. Of course, as we got older, things changed. But we had this foundation of raw honesty I could always fall back on. I trust him, and I think he trusts me. I don't know why he trusted me that night. Perhaps he just needed to unload, and I was the puppy love riddled girl who was already up watching him, who just happened to be out for a walk. Either way, it connected us. For life, it would seem, because I don't think he's told another soul the entire details of that day. That he held his hand up in that signal, that his family fell to shambles in the wake of it, that he feels responsible, that Bo found him living in a car in a field behind the school because his mom was missing, and his shithead dad had started a fresh life and failed to keep coming home for him at all. The mention of perfect face brings a hush back through the cab, and with all the quiet, my mind wanders. My curiosity gets the best of me when I ask, "You hear from him at all?" He knows I mean his dad without even saying it. Harvey has filled that void for Jasper the best he can, but there's no getting over a parent who leaves you by choice, a parent who blames you for the worst day of your life. He clears his throat, glancing at me from under the brim of his cap. No. I nod, tamping down the rage that his biological dad always stirs up in me. I drove there once, just to see. Parked on the street and watched his house for an entire day. His wife, his kids, a fucking cat. I always wanted a cat and he wouldn't let me get one. Did he see you? Eventually. What did he say? His throat works in tandem with his hands on the wheel and he shrugs. I could kill him, I mutter, rubbing my hand over my lips as though I can press back in the words I want to spew about this man who abandoned his only surviving child to start fresh without him. Grief twists us all in unusual ways, and I wish I could bring myself to be more forgiving considering what he went through. But I just can't. All I see is Jasper and what it did to him. I know my dad can be a domineering dick, but he cares about me in his own way. Jasper chuckles sadly. That's the thing, Sonny. He did nothing at all. He saw me, he made eye contact, and he just closed the door and flicked off the porch light. Went to bed. I'm sorry. My voice cracks when I offer the apology and I reach out to wrap my fingers around his shoulder, fingertips dusting the curls that trace the back of his neck. He inclines his head toward me and the pads of my fingers rasp over the bone on the top of his spine. I rub a slow circle there and feel his body relax under my touch. It strikes me again that it isn't enough to heal his wounds, but it's what I've got. I can be a person who really knows who he is rather than what he is. I can listen. When he talks, I'll always listen. Shit happens to the best of us, Sonny, and I am not the best of us. To me, you are, is what I tell him. My eyes catch on the diamond that sits on my finger, and I recoil at the sight. I need to take it off, but I'm stalling, and not because I miss Sterling. It's because I worry that if I take this ring off, I'll do something stupid and desperate where Jasper is concerned. It's like a mental seatbelt for me at this point, one of the few things keeping me safe from myself in an impulsive decision. But I reach out, take his nearest hand off the wheel, and link my fingers tightly with his over the center console. And the ring doesn't stop me. Okay, let me end this part. Thank you guys for being here. We are going to end here, chapter 18, page 187. You guys, I really like this book. It's like the emotional one out of all of them because everybody's invested in Jasper at this point. But thank you guys for being here with me. I know you love the crown. Can't help it. They need a Burger Queen hat. Burger King, if you're out there, could you make me one? Just saying. Anyway, this book is by far my favorite already. Like I can already tell it's just going to get better. It's more of an emotional book. The other ones were like, oh, I like you. Let's have sex. This one is like so much more than that. There's like a friendship built in, like a childhood friendship built into that. It's a lot more than just sex at that point. So, well, it should be anyway. But thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Okay. We're going to read a little bit more because I'm already behind. Hello, y'all. Thank you. So yeah, I'm behind because I erased a video. Yeah. Let me make sure it actually recorded the whole thing. That's another thing. It does not always. Hello, blah, blah. What's up? I need to. Sorry, Polly. 27. Yeah, it recorded it. Very, very cool. I don't try to do that. These little, my little mom necklace, I know it's backwards for you guys, but I hate when they flip around like that. They keep flipping. You can't see what it says. Oh, wow. Sooner Stone, you've been on here before. And I think you always ask the same kind of stuff. My natural size was like an A cup. I'm not going to lie. Hmm. Ah, the crown. Ah, thank you. I actually have to have them redone again soon. Yeah, it's been another 10 years. So they're like lopsided, but it's okay. So I'm going to, damn, my voice keeps cracking. That's super annoying too. Yeah, so let's see if they get jiggy with it in these next two chapters. Hopefully. I'm going to take it. Well, no, I'm going to keep the crown on. Thank you. All right, guys. Welcome. If you are new on here, make sure you thumbs up, double tap the screen. That helps me so very much. And also, make sure you subscribe. I guarantee you'll love the content. If you got this far because of my hat, you're cool. We're cool. Yeah, I had 2 cheeseburgers from Burger King 2 days, or 1 cheeseburger 2 days in a row from Burger King. So I deserve it. But anyway, it seems to get people riled up. But right now I'm just reading my romance novel and I decided to do it on live. Some people like to watch it live. It's unedited and I stumble a lot and you'll hear it. But I'm getting better at the pauses and, you know. But let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to start filming and I will talk to you guys a little bit in a minute. Hi guys, welcome back. We are here for the continuation of my favorite book of the series, Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is book number 3 in the Chestnut Springs series. If you have not read the other ones, I always say go back to the beginning. Don't watch this video, go back, read them from the beginning because really get to know the family. Or you can hit your bell notification and watch me live when I screw up a lot. It's infamous. And I know I've had Burger King 2 days in a row. Let's try not to make it 3. But BK, if you're out there, I'm your girl. I'm your girl forever, forever. Cross my heart, hope to die. No, you're not sticking anything in my eye. But anyway, I'm excited to continue this book. We left off on chapter 18, Sloan, page 187. Dad, Sloan, it's time for you to answer my calls. I raised you better than this. I know you can be highly emotional, but this is too far. Pull yourself together and behave like a Winthrop. Harvey, how are your kids holding up? Sloan, good. Spent the night in Rose Hill. Should be in Ruby Creek this afternoon. We'll keep you posted. Harvey, how's my boy? Sloan, good, fine. Harvey, and how are you? Sloan, hungover. Harvey, he driving you to drink? Sloan, pretty much. I turn my head back to the window as we crest the top of the mountain pass. Visibility has gotten worse. I can see the red taillights of the few vehicles around us and feel the truck straining to chug its way up the steep incline. In the side mirror, I can see the big round bales strapped to the flatbed, 2 layers fit together like puzzle pieces and covered with tied down tarps to keep them from getting wet. My ears pop as we hit the top altitude and start our descent. The front end of the truck pointing downwards suddenly. A soft grunt comes from Jasper, and I turn to look at him. His thick brows are furrowed as he glances between the dash and the road. Turn the music down, Sloan. It's already quiet, but I do it anyway because the tone of his voice is jarring. There's a note of anxiety, a note of authority that has my hair standing on end. We're picking up speed now, and when I shift to peek at the speedometer, it creeps up incrementally, second by second. A hazard light glows red just beside it. Jas, I breathe out. What's wrong? My chest is tight, and without even knowing what's going on, my right hand reaches up to grab the roof handle. You're buckled in, right, Sonny? Jasper bites out, not once, looking my way. My eyes drop to both of our seatbelts. Yes. Fear bleeds into my voice. Sloan, relax. I'm going to keep you safe, okay? Tell me you understand that. I'm nodding rapidly at him, but no words spring from my lips. They're clamped shut too tightly. Talk to me, Sonny. Who found you that night when you got lost in the woods playing capture the flag? We're just going faster and faster. You did. Who bandaged your feet? You. I whimper, watching the speedometer creep up. Who broke you out of that fucking sham of a wedding? He growls, tone dropping. Like this is the time to be mad about that. When we're both about to die. You, Jas. You. Always you. My hand grips the front of the seat so hard I feel like I might rip the leather. The brakes that connect to the trailer are malfunctioning. I can only slow us down so much. I gasp, but Jasper is stoic. Pale, but stoic. Eyes fixed on the road. He lays hard on the horn when we come up too fast behind a car, urging them to move over. A harsh breath escapes him when they signal and switch lanes. There's a runway lane up ahead and I'm going to use, but it's going to be bumpy. I want you to hang on as hard as you can and just breathe. Trust me. You're brave. You got this. I can't tell if he's talking to me or himself. You got that? Do you trust me? His voice is loud now, sharp, so unlike the soft mumble tones I'm used to from him. Yes, of course I trust you. He looks my way quickly and nods. The next few moments pass in the heaviest silence of white knuckles and held breath. There's an almost ethereal quality to the moment, like I'm watching a slow motion video of us cruising to our deaths. When the lane appears through the heavy snowfall, jutting sharply up the side of the mountain, I bite down on the inside of my cheek. It's so steep. I know that's the point, but it doesn't stop the abject terror from looming in my chest. My eyes clamp shut when we ram into the gravel roadway. The impact jolts the truck and jostles my body as Jasper maneuvers us to safety. Or at least I hope he does. I can't look, but I haven't felt us flip or crash, so that's a win. Within seconds, we aren't moving anymore. The truck stops on the sharp incline, and with one steady hand, Jasper jams the emergency brake into place before wrapping it back around the wheel in a death grip. The entire episode lasted mere moments, but it felt like hours. My entire body is vibrating, my chest thumping so hard with the heavy beat of my heart that it feels like it actually rattles my vision. Jesus fucking Christ, holy shit, you okay? I whisper shout all my favorite bad words, letting go of the handle and laying a shaking hand flat on my chest. After a few seconds, no response comes, so I turn to peer at Jasper. His hands are squeezed tight and his entire body looks made of stone. He's a statue, so still I can barely see him breathe. Jasper? His strong nose is pointed straight forward and his skin is the color of crisp white printer paper, like all the blood has left his body. Jas. I touch him tentatively and squeeze his shoulder, but he doesn't respond. Suddenly, I'm less scared about our situation and more scared for him. You're freaking me out. His jaw flexes and he swallows, but his eyes stay trained out the windshield. In the wind howling as the tall dark pines sway and white snow swirls around us. He's in shock. That much I can gather. And while I'm no psychologist, I imagine this event was a little too close to the day we were just talking about. The day it all fell apart. Because the man beside me looks traumatized. Without thinking, I unbuckle myself and make a few quick moves. I pry his hand from the wheel and crawl into his lap, straddling his legs and trying to get him to look at me rather than at the windshield like he's frozen in time. Another time. My hands flatten on his shoulders and I give him a little shake. Jasper, look at me. His eyes don't move and panic nips at all my edges. I gently remove his hat, tossing it onto the passenger seat. It's too hard to see him from beneath the brim, and deep down, I know that's the whole point of why he always wears it. He's constantly trying to blend into the background, but even when he's hiding, I see him. I slide my palms over the tops of his shoulders and up the sides of his sturdy neck until my fingers weave themselves into the hair at the back of his skull. Spearmint and eucalyptus. The scent bowls me over every time. It's a shot of electricity to my senses. I realize that if he's washing his face with that body wash, he probably uses it as shampoo too. The tips of my fingers move of their own accord, massaging the base of his skull. Am I taking freedoms I might not usually? Definitely, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And this whole petrified wood on the side of a mountain act has got me stressed. I press my forehead against his, trying to force his line of sight up to my own. Jess, I'm right here. You kept us safe. Everything is okay. You did great. Thank you for always looking out for me. He blinks once, and it's like he pulls away a layer of dark shadow that covered his irises. Where they bordered on black just moments ago, they're back to the soft navy I know so well. Soft like velvet, highlighted with streaks of denim and little sparks of brightness where the light reflects. Sloan, he sighs, and warm breath hits my throat. He doesn't move his forehead, but he does move his hands. They shape my waist, and I feel them tremble. All I do is continue to rub at the back of his head, soothing him in the only way I know how. Are you okay? His voice is gritty and wavers slightly on okay. I nod, rolling my forehead against his. I'm good. I'm all good. He pulls back, and as if he doesn't believe me, his hands take inventory of my body. They roam down, squeezing at my hip bones through my thin leggings. They slide over the tops of my thighs, and he watches raptly like he needs to see it and feel it to believe it. Me telling him isn't enough. His breathing turns ragged, and the tremors that started in his fingers take over his arms as well. When he looks into my eyes, I nod my head, trying to reassure him. But it doesn't stop him. His fingers start back up my legs, and his hands splay on my back, big enough that they cover it entirely. Nothing hurts? Nothing hurts, I confirm, staying deathly still, not wanting to break whatever moment this is right now. He needs this, and so do I, but in two very different ways. When the heat of his touch rounds over my shoulders, I give into my body and let my lashes flutter shut for one brief moment. I bask in his gentle hands, gliding up my arms in unison, checking every spot like I'm the most precious glass doll. You're safe. I'm not sure if he says it to me or to himself, but I affirm it anyway. I'm safe. When he gets to my wrists that sit on either side of his neck, he grips them and finds my gaze again. He breathes in for 4 seconds and out for 4 seconds, and we just exist in each other's eyes, locked, loaded. Are you sure your nose doesn't hurt? He asks about my nose, but he's looking at my lips. My tongue darts over them as I try to calm my rioting nerves. This moment feels intensely intimate. I've had a lifetime of intimate moments with Jasper, but none have felt like this, with the air around us thick, heavy, and hot, pushing us together somehow. His finger dusts down the bridge of my nose. It's barely a touch. It's a whisper. Does it hurt, Sloan? I watch his lips press together and come apart to form the words. In God, I want to kiss him. I want him to kiss me. I want this moment to never end. I want to live in this truck, in the snow, at the top of a mountain with him, and never leave. My lashes flutter, and I tip my chin down incrementally to keep our lips from being lined up, to keep myself from doing something that will embarrass me, or worse, ruin us. We're so damn close, close enough that he presses a soft kiss to the tip of my nose and steals my breath in the process. My eyes snap to his, wide, shocked. I'm sorry I threw that at you. All I can manage is a nod. My mouth is dry. I hear ringing in my ears. My eyes are sucked into his midnight sky. He leans forward again and kisses my forehead. My fingers grip his hair, and I move in closer. I tilt my head as though I could nuzzle into him, as though I could crawl into him and curl up in his chest. I want him to be connected to me as I am to him. He inclines his head, eyes searching, a silent question. And I nod my response. Then his lips are on my cheek. His hand slides around to the back of my head, and he cups my skull. We're so close, so latched onto one another, like neither of us wants the other to pull away. Jasper drags his lips along the top of my cheekbone, his stubble rasping over my chin, dotting it in tiny fires that I never want to put out. He kisses the corner of my jaw, and when the tip of his tongue flicks out, I moan, shamelessly, desperately. He tugs me closer, his strong arms wrap around my waist, and he clamps me to him. Jasper, I whisper. In response, he fists my hair and tugs my head to the side, dragging his hot mouth down and then back to my neck. I squeeze my legs tighter on him, hearing only the pounding of my heart in my ears and the deep groaning sound that vibrates from his chest. I can't ever lose you, he growls. You won't, I reply quietly, right as the tip of his nose traces the shell of my ear. I might. Before I can say never, he cuts me off with, because I think I'm about to fuck everything up between us. And then he kisses me. His lips mold to mine and his fingers weave into my hair as his grip turns soft. I go still with shock, utter disbelief, and when I do, he stops, pulling away as his warm palm slides down over my throat to look me in the eye. I'm sorry. I cut him off by launching myself back at him, and he doesn't miss a fucking beat. He doesn't kiss me like a friend. He kisses me back with equal fervor. He kisses me like he wants to consume me, and he does. His hands are hot brands on my body, touching and squeezing in places I'll never forget. His lips are warm and firm. He's gentle, but he commands me. He tilts my head in the way he wants it. He sets the pace for our languid kisses until he takes on a more demanding pace, until his tongue slides into my mouth and his teeth nip at my bottom lip. And me, I turn to putty in his arms. I've been lost to him for years, but today, in a quiet truck in the middle of a snowstorm, I let myself get lost in him. He takes and I give. I take and he gives. I roll my hips against his and he groans out, Sloan. The hand in my hair tightens and I feel the dull burn of him tugging against my scalp. His opposite hand moves lazily down my ribcage, coming to rest at my hip, long fingers splayed casually over the curve of my ass, his thumb rubbing against the outline of my thumb. Everything is slow, achingly slow, so representative of us in so many ways. But there's also an edge of desperation in us both, a hard bite to every moment. My nipples pebble, my heart pounds, my body is alight, my hips roll again. This time, the hard length of him presses back. I whimper aroused and relieved all at once. I've spent years thinking Jasper Gervais couldn't want me, but right now, his body tells another story, and so do his words. Sonny, you're going to make me lose my mind. Good, I murmur against his mouth. We'll be insane together. I'm so tired of doing it alone. I'm ready to tear his clothes off and impale myself on him, here and now. I'm crazed. I feel more drunk than I did last night. I kiss him again, pouring all the frustration and longing into him, and he gives it back tenfold. He bowls me over and steals the air right from my lungs, and then he pulls me away. With one hand tight in my hair, he angles my head up to him and peers down at me. His eyes flit around my every corner of my face as he assesses me. He reads me like a fucking book and then tells me something I've longed to hear. You're not alone. I'm right here with you. I let out a breath so big that my body sags when it leaves me. But this isn't the time or place. It's not safe. And you are too fucking precious to take chances with. Fuck my safety. If I died riding Jasper Gervais in the driver's seat of his truck, I might be fine with that. What a way to go. Out with a bang, so to speak. That's awesome. When is the time and place? I breathe out instead. He ghosts a kiss over my damp, puffy lips and guides my ear to his mouth. When I say so, he rasps. A shiver racks my entire body. When I pull back, his eyes are dark again and they land on my lips, then my breast, before roaming back up to my face. He cups my head softly. I'll be right back. I need to check the brake attachment so I can get us back down this hill. Buckle up, just in case. I nod and he lifts me, depositing me in the passenger seat effortlessly. He's out the door and into the blowing snow without another word. And I sit here, dumbstruck, hoping he's okay, and taking an inventory of all the things it did to my body when he said, when I say so. You guys, I'm getting the chills. They're multiplying. Okay. Chapter 19, Jasper. Jasper, bad roads, brake issues, spending the night in a town called Blisswater Springs. Harvey, do you want a prize for using as few words as possible? You guys okay? Can you elaborate? Jasper, I'll call you from the hotel. We're all good, safe. You don't need to worry. Harvey, come on, give me something. One better, too. Jasper, talk to you later. The tips of my fingers are tingling as intensely as the rest of my body. Sloane is silent and introspective beside me. When I go back into the truck, she stared at me with comically wide eyes, pressing her lips together either to hide a smile or to keep from saying something. We're safely back on the highway. The wiring is firmly in place with the connector. And I'm finding it easier to breathe, unless I think too hard about Sloane writhing it on my lap, her ass grinding against my cock. I'm still stopping at the closest mechanic to have the brake connector checked because that shouldn't have come loose at all. According to Google, that means we're spending some time in a town called Blisswater Springs. Are we just not going to talk anymore? Sloane blurts, cutting the silence. Like, I know you're generally not a big talker, but can we not be awkward about the... Her hand flaps around in front of her. About the kiss? Yeah, it was a stressful moment, a moment of insanity. We can be cool about it. I've thought about kissing Sloane for a long time now, whether or not I've wanted to admit it to myself. In fact, she almost took the last name Woodcock for the rest of her life because I've spent so long thinking rather than doing anything about it. This might not be the perfect moment for me to figure out my shit where Sloane Winthrop is concerned, but it is a moment. And if I figured out anything in the Shakespearean tragedy of a life, it's that life is just moments, all strung together like multicolored Christmas lights. You always end up liking some colors better than others. Joyful, tragic, peaceful, funny, unforgettable moments, and moments we wish we could forget. And kissing Sloane in this truck is not one of those. It's a moment I fully intend to hang on to. In the past, I was told to stay away from her. In the past, I cared about that warning. In this moment, though, I don't give a fuck. It wasn't a moment of insanity, I say matter-of-factly. Sorry? She sounds incredulous. I definitely meant to kiss you. She scuffs, crossing her arms and turning beet red. You were barely responsive, mere seconds beforehand. You were in shock, so you'll forgive me if I don't believe you. I don't need you to believe me for it to be true. I don't know why, after years of keeping my mouth shut, I'm now blurting this all out. Most likely, it's because I saw our lives flash between my eyes back there. When I looked over at Sloane beside me and saw her beautiful blue eyes clamped shut, fingers gripping the seat, shoulders scrunched up to her ears, I realized it could be my last moment with her. My last moment, she would never know what she is to me, how much she is to me, that she's it for me. And that's just fucking insane. Like a waste, like a man who knows loss so intimately. Why would I ever set myself up to lose something so precious? I think that's the realization that hit me at the diner, where I watched Sloane sit beside a man who talked over her every chance he got. She was about to marry a piece of human chauvinistic garbage, but she could have had me if she wanted me, if I just told her. And she didn't know because I was too stuck in my own head to tell her, too paralyzed by my fear of losing people I care about, of losing her. But fuck, losing someone and having them not know that you care about them, wishing you could go back and tell them, that's a special hell. One I have no intention of living in because I've given my demons enough of myself already. They can't have her too. I just almost married someone else. I nod brusquely, glancing over at her. She looks pissed, which is not the reaction I expected, but then so am I. Because the mere mention of her marrying someone sends me into a hot, simmering rage. So unlike me, I don't even know what to do with it. Yeah, that would have been a shame because he really fucking sucks. Unfucking believable. Her jaw pops and she stares out the passenger window. I've known you for what, 18 years, almost half your life, and this feeling is just occurring to you now? A humorless laugh bubbles up out of her and she shakes her head. Someone else came to play in your sandbox and you got all territorial after years of not giving me a second look? Love that for me. I'm not a fire hydrant for you to piss on, Jasper. Her hands shoot up beside her head. Like, I'm supposed to buy that you just had some sort of awakening and your childhood friend is suddenly hella kissable these days? God, that's hilarious. If I didn't like you so much, I'd kick you in the balls for this. I would too. I should be worried, but all I can think is, there she is. The firecracker girl, the prima ballerina who trains her ass off and drinks cheap beer like it's fine wine. I tell her the truth, eyes on the road. It's not just occurring to me now. She rolls her eyes, shimming her shoulders up taller, as if straightening in her seat might make her feel less vulnerable. It's true. I wish the roads were better so I could give her my full attention and look her in the eye. Wipe that petulant expression off her face and kiss her again. Make her believe me, because I know I haven't been imagining these moments between us. The ones where the air grows so heavy that it feels like more than I can bear. I don't believe you, she repeats, but this time her voice is a little hoarse. You kiss me back. I say right as I'm hit with the sickening thought that maybe I'm out to lunch. Maybe this is all very one-sided and I've gone horribly off track. After all, my experience with women in any capacity beyond sex is non-existent. Except for Sunny. She's the girl I tell everything. The girl who was always there on my worst days and darkest nights. Not because I ask her to be, but just because that's what we are to each other. It doesn't matter how many years have passed. We'll always be that to each other. No shit. She's crossed her arms over her ribs again, and my eyes trail over the way it props her breast up. The tingle in my fingers is now an itch to explore every inch of her body, to show her all the ways I want her. Fuck, I want her. Sloan is soothing. She's the eye of the storm, true north. Somehow our compasses always bring us back to each other. When we stop at the first red light in Blisswater Springs, I turn in my seat and ask, What's that supposed to mean, Sloan? I was there, felt your thighs go all tight on me when I tugged your hair, heard you moan when I kissed you. Are we going to sit here and keep pretending that things don't feel different between us now? They've always felt this way for me, she explodes, arms flung wide, eyes shining with emotion. And you've never noticed, but now you do? What am I supposed to do? Jump for joy and say thank you for blessing me with your interest? I pale, hands going clammy on the wheel. I respond in a stream of consciousness, trying to explain myself in the wake of what she's just said. I mean, we all knew you had a childhood crush. I was a teenager, but you were just a kid, and then you outgrew it. You had boyfriends in ballet. I had hockey and endless training. We became friends in the city. You got engaged. Her pale pink lips part like she's about to say something, but quickly press back together. She turns back to the windshield, eyes forced ahead so hard it almost looks painful. The seconds stretch out, and I'm certain she's not going to respond to me. And shit, that's what I deserve for everything I just dumped on her. But right as the light turns green, her sad voice hits me like a punch to the fucking gut. I never outgrew it, Jess. When I kissed her, I counted to 4 in my head. I told myself I'd give it 4 seconds, but she took more. It was a moment of insanity. Or maybe all the moments where I tried to deny what I was feeling for her have been moments of insanity all strung together. Lights of all one color. Does regret have a color? Check again, Sloan says to the woman behind the front desk at the small resort-style hotel. There has to be something. Listening to Sloan explain that we need separate rooms feels like her own moment of insanity. But I'll let her have it, because I know Sloan. I know how she processes things. What I didn't know is her childhood crush never left. I should feel bad for never noticing. I should feel like an idiot. But I feel relieved. I see a chance, a glimmer of hope. Something with 2 beds, at least. How about a rollaway cot? I'm almost child-sized. She gestures down at herself. I stifle a chuckle and look out the window toward the parking lot, where snow is still falling heavily. We can have a cot set up, of course. The woman at the desk smiles patiently, eyes bouncing between us curiously, like she can't quite figure out what's going on. That will be fine. Sloan forces out a practiced smile on her face, cool mask perfectly in place. Her bun is pulled up tight the way she likes it when she's ready for a performance or for battle. That's what she resorted to doing in the truck. She tugged down the visor and used the mirror to obsessively pull her hair back. It was never flat enough or smooth enough, so she'd pull it out and do it all over again. She did it 5 times. I know because I counted. There wasn't much else to do once she settled into ignoring me. I was also struggling to peel my eyes away from her after her crush revelation. This woman has been my friend for 18 years. How did I miss it? Either she got she got good at hiding it or I wasn't looking. It was probably a combination of both. Defiant stray blonde hairs catch the light in the dated hotel lobby. I almost wanted to point them out just to rile her up. Because when she's riled, the truth comes out. Thank you for your help, she tells a woman as she turns to me, holding up 2 key cards. The smile on her face has moved from forced to kind of insane looking. Let's go! She sings songs a little too loudly before storming away, clearly expecting I'll follow. Within a few strides, I'm standing right beside her, staring out the elevator door. 4th floor, she says rigidly. Okay, 1 king-size bed. That's fine. No, I'll sleep on a rollaway cot. They're going to bring it up. Sonny, that's really not necessary. It's just a bed. We slept together the other night. She hikes her bag higher on her shoulder and tips her nose up. Yes, well, that was before I embarrassed myself and decided I was pissed at you. So I'll take the cot. I resist the urge to roll my eyes. I'm glad she's not being the doormat she was with that dickhead, but I'm also not accustomed to her being angry with me. When the elevator dings, I gesture her ahead of me, letting my eyes drop to her ass as she walks inside. Only a day ago, I watched her walk into the lake in her underwear, but it feels like it's been weeks. I guess it's been years. You heard from your dad? I ask as the door slides shut. No, well, yes, he's messaged and called and emailed, but frankly, I'm not a fan of his tone, so I'm ignoring him too. At least until he asks me how I am or if I'm safe rather than demanding I come back. Fair. I hear her teeth clank together over the soft elevator music. Come to think of it, I'm kind of done with men in general right now. One hand waves up and down in my direction. The whole lot of you. Also fair. She spins toward me. Why do you have to be so fucking agreeable, Jasper? And we are going to stop there. What? That's not a new chapter. This chapter is a lot longer. Yeah. But thank you guys for being here. It's about to get good. Well, it already was kind of good, but not enough good. I need the whole shebang, like the whole thing. But I like how it's slowly trickling there. But anyway, thank you guys for reading this book with me. It means so much. Thank you for your support of my channel. And I love and care about each and every one of you very much. I hope you will like this video. Put down below your favorite heart emoji. That's a good one. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. I am now officially monetized, advertised, all the things. So if you happen to come across one of those ads, if you can let them play out, I would greatly appreciate it because that helps the percentage I make from the advertisements. So I know it can be annoying, but if you just let them play out, like take a potty break or something. But thank you guys again so much for being here. I've really built a great tribe here, a great community that I love coming back to every day. Make sure you hit your bell notification so you can watch one of these readings live. It's pretty cool, mistakes and all, actually. And you guys, I will see you tomorrow for more Powerless. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, awesome. Got them both done. I'm back. No, they're not going to fall out. This shirt's pretty. This shirt's pretty good. So we're on page. Wow, we're more than halfway. For some reason, this one seems longer because I've screwed up so many times on the reading. But yeah, that was fun. And now I will resort to my, I need it. I got editing to do now. So what are you guys up to today? I wish I'm doing very well. I'm actually tired because probably what I ate. Because all that sugar from the burger turns into, you get the high and then you get the low. But at least I had protein. It was good. I wonder if hold on. I'm going to move you guys up here because it is a little bit of a better. There we go. I had one of the, what is it called? Bourbon barbecue burgers. It was a Whopper. Yeah, it was a Whopper, single or whatever. And it had bacon on it, and it had fried onions and fried jalapenos, you guys. But that barbecue sauce. But not just that, you have to get the zesty onion ring sauce and dunk your burger in it. Like, don't put it on the burger. You have to dunk each little bite. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I might have one again. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. You guys, it's bad, 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 bad for you. What state am I from? Originally Florida, currently in California. Definitely a coastal girl. Yeah. Coastal girl, Oklahoma ties. Huh? Barbecue chips, barbecue ribs. Oh my God. I love barbecue. I'm a huge. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Sooner, your name's not Justin, is it? We're the Walt Disney. Yep. Well, I'm like like where I'm from is like 2 hours from there. And it's way better than Disneyland. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, Sooners. I imagine you had Oklahoma ties. My husband's family, some of them are from Oklahoma. Legoland. Yep. And all the best beaches in the world. Clearwater Beach. Well, I don't necessarily like Clearwater Beach anymore. That's for the younger crowd. Um, I like Treasure Island though, near St. Pete Beach. It's before you get to St. Pete Beach. Wait a minute. Is 1980 your birthday? A cousin? Wait. No, he's not from the Oklahoma City area. He's not from there, no. I know who you are. You were in the army, right? Last name McIntyre? You sure? That's just coincidentally weird then, because That's the weird thing is you don't know who's behind the. Hold on, let me see something. Hi, Matt. Huh? What? Sooner. Sooner, do you ride motorcycles out of coincidence? I just have questions. You do not? Okay. I thought I knew you for a minute. Yeah, I do have ties in Oklahoma though. And it's weird that you asked that. So, yeah, you can message me. That's fine. That is. You can message my email. It's lissashops25@gmail. What? TWMW. I'm not telling anybody that. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I need to go to Chuck E. Cheese and get one there too. But that's sexist. Burger King? Burger Queen, ho. I've got to do something to that. I have to change it up. You're a star of the show. You guys are too much.
without TV. I know they don't even have flipping TVs anymore. I remember when they had the.
Well, at least it was the mouse. My parents hired a drunk clown for my birthday party one year. He came completely intoxicated and he looked like a pedophile. Like he did. He was creepy looking. And from then on, not just the movie It, I have been absolutely creeped out by Peter Piper pizza. Uh-uh. Well, Orlando used to have a place called, it was like a mock Chuck E. Cheese, like a cheapo version called Showbiz. That was weird. I used to think that was a bad dream. But I'm like, Mom, did that actually happen? But you guys, this guy was a total creeper. Like, like he looked like one of the Three Stooges, but like an actual clown. And he smelled like, I'm surprised my dad didn't kick him out as soon as he got there, but he reeked of liquor. And he got down on all the kids' faces like, I'm gonna do a magic show. And like breathing on it, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with that? And I think it's the birthday party where my mom strung up donuts and we had a contest who could eat it. Yeah, kind of weird, kind of weird. Peachy Prime. I'm definitely not peachy. It was so much worse than Ronald McDonald. I gotta find the picture. When I come across the picture, I was a towhead, very, very, very blonde. I had a ponytail, and I vaguely remember it. And everybody had carpet in those days, and like the really heavy furniture. Like I still remember. I still remember. So, and remember the old TVs that were part of the entertainment center and the turn dial? Yeah, that was the thing. My kids were like, "What's a turn dial?" Oh Lord Jesus. Showbiz. You remember it? Wait, what's her name again? Peachy Prime. Let me look her up. Peachy. I don't look. I remind you of her. I guess I could remind you of her. She also has 469,000 subscribers. But she seems cool. She's in Georgia. I did. I'm subscribed to her now. Thank you. Jeezer, what up? What's up, my compadre? We're going to court together today for selling shit. No one I'd rather go with than you, Jeezer. If I go down, you're going down with me. I'm just teasing. Oh man, that hurts my stomach. I know it's that burger I had earlier. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, that burger don't feel good anymore. Who? How old am I? I'm 42. Hmm. That's nice. I that would be nice. Oh, Jeezer, come on. You're just trying to get out of it now. Uh, uh, mm. Hmm. I think my sister's 45. One of them. The one that had the stroke. They're not A cup anymore, I'll tell you that. Thank you, Sooner. Maybe I'll eventually hit 50,000. I'd be honestly, it really, even with ads and stuff, it does not matter your subscribers. Now, they may look at that and say, hey, well, but it also depends on your views. So if you have 50,000 subscribers and low numbers on your views, it ain't going to matter. That's what I'm trying to say. If both match up, then it matters. Sooner, were you ever in the army though? Did I ask that? That's going to take a while. Oh, I remember that now. Okay. I was wondering what you were talking about with the Munchies Make Believe Band. Yeah. How do you remember all that? Did you work there? My daughter wants to work there. She's like, I want to be in the costume. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. I don't know. Like a lot of people know because I remember they used to have the hound dog, the Elvis one. That thing used to creep me out. Something fierce. They had the grand prize game. We had one in St. Pete that had like the mini doors that you go through and the adult doors, like to go into the building. And it was like 5 different actual rooms. Now it's just one big room. And my parents never watched us. Hmm. I need a bigger gum. This is not like the thick kind. Don't threaten me with a good time. Now it's like they don't even have tokens anymore. No, just swipe your card. Bitch, please. Bring back the tokens and the tickets. Like I used to love carrying around the tickets. Oh, and one year we went in I think it was 5th grade. And for like the good kids, I was a good kid in elementary school. And my mom, I remember giving me like $20 and I spent the whole $20 on nothing but cotton candy. I got real sick. I got real sick. I still remember barfing the rainbow for like 2 days straight. It was like projectile vomit. It was painful vomit. Well, I had some time in those years where it kind of is crazy. But tomorrow I'm doing my sleepover thing from 8 p.m. Pacific Standard. So if you guys are awake, or it'll go public when the live uploads afterwards. But I'm going to do like a different lighting because a lot of us on here have PTSD and hard time sleeping. So I kind of feel like a friendly like wind down. And then I'm going to leave my live on for the entire night while I sleep. So you can play it back. I like burgers at this point in my life. I feel like I've had too many bad pizza lately that it just it ain't doing it for me. But the burgers at Burger King, listen, they either the rodeo burger or that bourbon barbecue. That sauce, I'm 101% all about barbecue. And if you eat mayonnaise, you're going to hell. I'm just kidding. I absolutely hate mayonnaise. So I was gonna. Where's that light thing I got the other day? So I have 2 different things. My crown fell off. Did my boob fall out? No, it's still in there. But so I got this. I'm gonna have this. I don't know how bright it is, but I also got that other one I showed you guys that I got at Dollar Tree. It's like the what is it called? The sun one. It looks like different shades of the sun. I don't know. Sooner I'm 5'9". You guys are all waiting for another mishap. I've already done that once, twice, almost. We don't, third time's a charm, right? Yeah, you were looking at the moon lamp. But, hopefully I don't snore. I don't think I do. I really don't. My husband always says sometimes I do, but that's just because he does. Well, there goes that box. So here's the remote. Why do I have to smell? It smells like those, not Lincoln Logs, those Jenga blocks. Yes, I know what Jenga smells like. You guys, this is kind of, it looks like a testicle. It looks like, it looks kind of like a testicle. You guys, there's something wrong with this. How in the hell are you supposed to put this on there? Oh, I see. Watch me do this completely wrong. I'm going to have to get off here in a minute. Wait, this? It can't be that hard. For me? It can absolutely be that hard to figure out. Wait, that's not right. Now I can't get it undone. Wait, hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some crazy in it. So this goes here. Wait, that doesn't work. I think you gotta flip it around like this. How is that supposed, for real though? Okay. You gotta be smarter than the product. Oh, I got it. Look, I got it. There's your testicle. Your testicle. Or you can do it this way. Is that the same thing? Yeah. You guys are like a snowball. Is YouTube down? What do you mean? What time is it? 5:30. Yeah, I gotta get going. So guys, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Be back. Now the morning, we are going to Dollar Tree tomorrow. I'm kind of pissed because I wanted to go to Victoria's Secrets, but I'm not going to waste gas to go out there. Well, it's a Wednesday. I don't have time on a Wednesday. Christmas ball. So yeah, I'm going to edit the video from that I just filmed, the reading one. My sister says she's doing better. Check out my community feed, guys. I did post a few updated photos. I will check Duriel in a few minutes. And I will send you one back if I got it.
But you guys try to be on tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow morning. I'm just not exactly sure what time. Sometimes the kids are just fighting too much and I don't want to, you know, there's no point in really getting on when they're acting like that because I won't be able to hear you. Well, not hear you, you know what I mean? I won't be able to, yeah. Oh no. Hold on. Oh no. No, the button. Did it? Oh, fuck. How do you open that? This sucks, Dollar Tree. This is a $1 plus item. Like the button to turn it on is inside the light and you can't take this off. It doesn't come off. It's like hanging out in there, in that hole. Wonder if my husband can figure it out. He's good. He's good at that. I was excited about this. Bitches. Everything I always have breaks. It's kind of. Yeah, I got your email. But I didn't hit it to start with. I hit it after it broke. So you can see, you might be able to see it. That's right. It's in there. Yeah, probably not because I have to go and make dinner. That's the time I spend, like, that's the time I get off social media. I have to edit anyways because I have to have a reading video up and people are waiting for that and they count on that. So I've been really lazy about that lately. Well, I kind of fucked it up yesterday, so I backtracked. But thank you guys for listening to it again because I know it can get overwhelming to keep listening to the same shit over again. Trust me, reading it again is like, I already read this. I know it happens. I will send a reply. I will definitely send you a reply. I'll probably be able to do it tonight. But why don't you guys actually send me a letter in the mail? That would be amazing. Like I religiously buy more and more stickers and stuff to mail you guys, but you have to mail me a letter first. Like an alcohol, yeah. But I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll keep that up for a minute. Write my address down so you guys can mail me a letter. Please. 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 For the love of God, please. Thank you, Duriel. Wait, let me spray one of these on real quick. So I sprayed the vanilla one on. It's still on there. Yeah, I still smell it on me. But, you know, it's a skin scent. It like fades. It feels like it fades, but if someone's close enough to you, like in your space, which I don't always like, they'll smell it. But I want to spray this one. Which one am I going to spray on me? Let me spray. Crap. I'm going to do the flirty one. It says, everyone's crush. It says raspberry macaron, sugared praline, and coconut creme. Oh, yeah. This is stronger than the Victoria's Secrets one. Hold on a minute. It got in my eye. It does smell really fucking good though, but if you spray that much, you ingest it. The sun will come out tomorrow. Man, that smells good though. But it does dissipate really fast. But it is a body spray. But I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Thank you, Polly, for being with me. You know, you're it. You're awesome. Polly's the it thing, y'all. If you didn't know that. Hi, Magoo. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit your bell notification. See you guys.